So you're a couple of weeks or months into your fitness program. You've set your target, you know how much substantial amount of body fat you need to lose, or perhaps you're looking to bulk up. But you haven't really seen any progression in terms of where you started in comparison to where you are now. You know, you stuck to your plan, you know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve, but you haven't really seen any improvement. Here we're going to discuss why you right now should not give up, and perhaps there's a few tweaks need to be done in regards to your program. Here, let's discuss on Exchange for Gains.
Let's exchange your mind up, your mind up. Exchange for what? Exchange for gains. Join that gym, get lost to the moment. Let's turn that to a lifestyle. We ain't getting any younger. Why fall to the side and lie down? Give it those plates, I'll push that. The only food that I put in my body be good. I don't wanna look good when I look back. I wanna look ram. This trend to get fitness, trust to the process.
What's going on, my good people, and welcome to another episode of Exchange for Gains. If you're new to my channel, welcome, good to see you. If you're an existing subscriber or someone who's continues to watch my content, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss that level of just frustration where you've set your par, you've set the target, you've been working out for maybe 2 or 3 months or perhaps just a few weeks, but you haven't really seen any sort of like improvement to your physique. You haven't really seen the scales drop in terms of the pounds you're looking to lose. Here we're going to discuss why is that, and not only why that is, but why right now you should not give up. We've all gone through that phase where we're looking to lose a substantial amount of body fat, or we're looking to bulk up. We all know what we want to achieve. We're being realistic with our targets as well. But for some reason, we've been trying, but we cannot just get our target. The scales are not dropping. We cannot see any results right now. Let's discuss why that is. So first and foremost, you really need to ask yourself, if you're looking to lose a substantial amount of body fat, or maybe you're looking to lose just that extra 2 or 3 pounds, you really need to ask yourself, 1, am I in a calorie deficit? No, I know everyone says, yes, I am in a calorie deficit, blah, blah. Listen, let's take a step back. Really, are you in a calorie deficit? Are you? Or are you just eating a lower amount of calories than what you usually eat? There's 2 different things here. There's 2 different things. Just because you're eating less does not mean you're in a caloric deficit. You could have been eating crazily before, way over your allowance. Do you know what I mean? And just because you're eating less, you feel you're in a caloric deficit. Remember, your body consumes a certain amount of calories to maintain that specific weight. To be in a caloric deficit, you need to eat under that. Let's get that clear, yeah? You need to eat under that. So 1, are you in a caloric deficit? And if you are, then great. You're halfway there. You are halfway there. What you need to do is just increase your cardio a little bit more. So if you're looking to walk, run, swim, hit exercises, whatever it may be, just bump that up a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Don't go over to the top, because at the end of the day, we're not looking to kill ourselves here. Yes, losing weight, trying to get that physique that we want and everything like that is all great. But at the end of the day, we want to be healthy. That's the most important thing here. Fitness is all fun and gains, but health is much more important. Fitness incorporating with a healthy lifestyle, A+. A+. But you want to be sensible about fitness. You don't want to go over the top. So if you're looking to lose weight, and like you've lost a substantial amount of body fat already, but you're not getting there at the moment in terms of reaching your specific target, just increase your calories a bit more. If you're looking to lose weight, but you haven't seen any results at all for the past maybe 2 or 3 months, go back to the drawing board. Are you weighing your foods, and are you in a caloric deficit? If the answer is yes to both of them, and you're 100% sure, then bump your cardio sessions up a bit more. Or if you're not doing any cardio, add cardio to your current routine. It's all good being in a caloric deficit and by pumping weights, but if you want to lose that substantial amount of body fat, you need to add cardio in terms of not only within your daily routine, but just in general. Walking to the shops, walking to pick up the kids, like little things like that. It all counts at the end of the day. So make sure you incorporate those 2 things. Very important. For those who are looking to bulk up and build muscle, which that's what I'm currently doing. I'm currently on sort of like a lean bulk phase. But those who are looking to bulk up, build that muscle a bit more, it's a little bit different in terms of, obviously losing weight, you're looking to eat less and do more exercise and so on and so forth. Building muscle, yes, you need to obviously do your weights and your fitness a bit more, but try and increase your calories just a little bit more in terms of, rather than eating under, increase it so it's a bit more than your maintenance. But you have to be very careful with this, people. You have to be. This is not to say eat a load of junk or, you know, just eat anything you want. Currently, eat what you're still eating. If you're eating healthy and you were eating sort of like in a caloric deficit before, and it was all good in terms of you losing weight, eat the same things, but add a little bit more volume to it. So if you were eating, for example, I'm going to use the basic, what everyone uses, rice, broccoli and chicken breast. If you was eating that, yeah, and you was in a caloric deficit and it was working, and now you want to bulk up and build more muscle, eat the same thing, but just increase your calories. Don't be jumping on the burgers. Don't be jumping on the chips. Obviously, you can eat them, people. I'm not saying you cannot eat them. You can eat them, but just don't go over the top with them. Currently, right now, I'm still eating my veg. I'm still eating my lean meats. You know, on the weekends, I'll have a drink. You know what I mean? I will have a drink. But at the moment, where I'm looking to lean bulk, I'm trying to get my protein level as high as possible without trying to take any supplements. Don't get me wrong, in the past, supplements has worked for me, and it probably will still work for me now. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to replace that supplement with actually food. So rather than having a protein shake, I'm trying to increase, say, my chicken breast, my lean meats, all types of protein in order for me to build that muscle at the end of the day. So do the same thing again. And also, another thing that's extremely important, not only increasing your protein, but when you're in the gym, if you're someone like me who doesn't really go with anyone, so I haven't got anyone to spot me in terms of doing that progressive overload, so to speak, on weights, just be very mindful, be very careful as well. If you feel that you can push a little bit more in terms of your weights, increase your weight. Don't get me wrong, increase your weight in terms of the amounts you're lifting or the amounts you're pushing, but be mindful. At the end of the day, you don't want to get injured. You don't. A lot of people that I've seen nowadays, you know, they might be pushing a good amount of weight and they know they can push more, but because they're going in the gym by themselves, they end up getting injured because they haven't got no one to spot them, or they're a bit too shy to ask someone to spot them within the gym, which is fair enough. Some people just like to work out by themselves. So just be mindful when you're doing that progression overload. You know, instead of putting, for example, 10 kg on each plate, just put a 5. Just put a 5. At the end of the day, the amount of mass you're pushing is more than your previous, even if it's 5 kg on both sides. You know, it's if you were pushing, say, I don't know, 40 kg, 20 on each side, plus the bar, yeah? And you feel you can add another 10. You've tried that 10, but it's a bit of a struggle. It is a bit of a struggle in terms of you cannot get your reps out as much as you'd like to, one. And not only that, your form and your technique is going way off balance, so you're not really engaging your chest. Drop that down to 5. Drop it. Be sensible. Be sensible, people. Drop it down to 5. Again, at the end of the day, you still build up your muscle. You're still bulking. You're still building. Just drop it down to 5. Give it a few weeks. Master those 5s on each side, and then move on. Just don't be silly about it. You know, don't. Like I said before, so many people get injured in the gym just by trying to impress and trying to show off and not staying in their lane. Stay in your lane. You know, be sensible. Do that progression overload, and again, over time, your physique will look amazing. At the end of the day, people, when it comes to losing fat, you know, building muscle, whatever you plan in life, it takes time. It takes time. Again, I always go right back and repeat in my previous videos. Depending on what your physique is currently, it's gonna take a while. You know, if you're already lean and look more or less, you know, shredded, so to speak, then in regards to you getting, say, I don't know, a 6-pack, you've practically already got one. So it's not going to take you as long as someone who's got a substantial amount of body fat on them already. So if you're sort of like, you know, someone who's at between 50 and 20% body fat, it's going to be harder for you to get sort of like visible abs than someone who's already like 12 to 15% body fat, because essentially they've already got it. It's just a case of them, you know, incorporating certain exercises so they can actually bulk up that core physique. You know, like I said, I was there before. Everyone's been there. You know, some people are blessed to have sort of like a fortunate lean body just naturally, whether it's genes or whatever it may be. And you know what? I admire them for that. They are so lucky. But someone like myself, or like a regular 9-to-5 worker, you know, these things take time. And not only that, so many times I thought to myself, you know what? I might just give up. And the thing is, when I was giving up, I already lost a certain amount of weight. You know, I was at, like I said, maybe 185 pounds, and I dropped down to 172 pounds. Right? And I wanted to get to like 167, 166. So I've got that lean, proper physique. And it took me ages to get there. Even though I've already lost that substantial amount of body fat already, to get down to that core target, it took me a while. But it's about your determination. Like I said, do not give up. Little tweaks. That's all it takes, little tweaks. You know, 2 weeks ago, I came back from holiday. I was 168 pounds. 168 pounds when I came, no, 169, I dropped down to 168 pounds within the first week. So my physique weren't too bad. Yesterday, I weighed myself. I'm 174. Don't believe everything the scales tell you. Don't believe, maybe I was bloated in the morning, maybe, you know, I hadn't digested my meal from last night, great. I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, numbers can be very off-putting. They can be. But if you look in the mirror and you're looking good, forget what that scale says. Forget what, it's what you see. The scales are just a number, it's what you actually see. And again, whether you're building muscle, you're losing body fat, just be determined, have the correct mindset, and focus on your goal. It's a marathon, it's never a sprint. And at the end of the day, you can achieve it. You can. I'm telling you, you can. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your current physique is at the moment in terms of whether you're looking to bulk, you're looking to shred, you're looking to gain a certain amount of body fat, you're looking for that beach body, whatever it may be. Drop a comment. Let me know what your plans are. Let me know what you're struggling with. Because at the end of the day, I'm not an expert, but I can tell you what helps me to reach my goal. And I'm literally, to a lot of you guys, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm literally in the same boat as you because I haven't finished my targets. I'm still on my journey. I'm trying to bulk now, whilst trying to maintain that sort of like lean look. And when you're in your 30s, going in 40s, we're not that young anymore. Yes, we like to think, some of us like to think we're still spring chickens, but at the end of the day, we're not. We're not. But we can still incorporate fitness within our lifestyle and be healthy. So listen to me, you watching this video right now, you are going to achieve your goal. You are going to achieve your goal. You know what you're going to do? If you really want it, you're going to work hard, you're going to stay motivated, you're going to be determined, and you're going to be patient. 4 things. That's what you're going to do, and you are going to achieve your goal. It's not about if, when, or maybe. It's just about, let me be consistent in my approach. Let me make odd tweaks here and there. And not only that, let me be happy. Let me have fun doing this. And once you have fun and you incorporate those 4 things, you're on your way up. There's no one stopping you apart from yourself. So like I said, people, if you're free in this channel, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Add me up on the Instagram, it's the Ron Official. Add me up on the Twitter, it's the exact same thing. And not only that, comment below. Let me know how your current progression is doing. Let me know what your journey's been like. What are you struggling with? Because at the end of the day, I'm just like you. I'm bulking right now, but I'm having my difficulties. I'm not an expert. But as long as I can share my journey in regards to what's worked for me so far, then, you know, I can help you guys as well. So yeah, have a blessed week. Enjoy yourself, you know, put that smile back on your face, and let's get those gains. Peace.
Exchange for gains. Move it, Karen. Time I make those lifestyle changes. Do it like Darren.